There's champion in the house. It's Clayton Kershaw. How we feeling?
Feel great. Feel great, man. It's been a crazy last 10 days or so. It's been awesome.
I mean, just as a fan, I still wake up every morning and go, was that a dream? Did that happen?
I know. I still put it on We Are the Champions every morning with the kids, getting ready for school, So we just rock it for another, maybe forever at this point, because I'm not going to play another game. So it's pretty awesome.
I'm just glad I was there to see your last mound strikeout. Well, no, Dodger Stadium. Bases loaded. They bring you in. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Dave. Jesus God, just a little pressure on your way out the door. Thanks for your service. Come in with the bases loaded in the World Series. Damn.
I know. I think Ellen, my wife, is going to have a heart attack up there. She's basically 8 months pregnant now, and so she's not cut out for reliever wife. She's used to being a starter wife. So seeing that coming in and but what a cool way that it actually worked out. And last time I ever pitched, that was the best. It was awesome.
I know. What's so interesting because you're so, as you should be, so at peace with the next chapter. And I mean, and going out like this, who would? I mean, so many guys don't get this, to go out literally on your own terms as champion, crushing it right up until the end. You must pinch yourself.
It's been the best, man. I mean, you've been a fan for a long time. You've seen the Dodgers and the ebbs and the flows and everything that's happened. It's just been you couldn't script a better way to go out, and just so thankful for it. It's been just amazing, and then you look around, and you see all these guys are throwing 100 miles per hour, and they're throwing balls that move 6 feet, one way or the other, and I'm just like, you know what? It's probably time. It's probably time to get out of here.
What do you? Okay, I want to get to that. I gotta pick your brain on all the crazy pitching, but I gotta walk through. We deserve it as Dodger fans and a Dodger player. We need to savor this thing. So first of all, your kids are now old enough; they really get it, right? Are they? Because earlier in your career, when you were crushing, they're so young. They're just like, Dad, what does he do? I guess he pitches, whatever. But now they have to know, right?
Oh yeah, they were in it this October for sure. They were all in. It was a lot of fun.
I could tell, out on the. I liked you taking all the pictures, seeing you take the pictures with the family and the grounds crew and everybody at the end of Dodger Stadium. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, this year was special too, because Charlie, my oldest son, he's almost 9, so he's getting into baseball, really likes to play. So for this whole season to get him to come to the field, come hang out with the guys, take batting practice, go shag in the outfield, all that stuff, that was an unforgettable year for that. He had a blast, and my daughter was super excited, and my younger two, they love Yamamoto. They're that's their favorite player.
That's their play. So they were early on the Yamamoto train. They knew before everybody.
Long before everybody else saw this October. So Yama, and he's so nice with them. Takes pictures, talks with them. It's awesome. So for Yama to have that postseason, they were just so excited. It was a blast.
Let's talk about him.
Oh.
What? Okay, give me as from your inside, no pun intended, inside baseball view. What is it that's so special about that guy? How does he do what he does, and what do you see going forward for him?
Yeah, I think we might need to look into just the Japanese style a little bit. I mean, I think they because when you watch Yama in the weight room, he doesn't really pick up a weight. He doesn't really, but he's working so hard. His body strength is in range, doing all sorts of crazy body movements and flexibility, and so it starts there. I think his body control and his he's almost like a gymnast. You know how body strong gymnasts are? They can just jump around, do pull-ups, do headstands, all that stuff. Yama can do all that stuff. So I think it starts with that, and then the way he throws. I'm not an artist. I don't love art. I don't know anything about art. I don't know anything. But watching him throw baseball is beautiful. It's just pretty. It's just the way he does it is so effortless, and it's so good, and it's the same every time. And so that repeatability, I think, is really special. And then, I mean, he's got huge balls. I mean, he just wanted to go out there and pitch. Like, he's been pitching on a week rest his whole life. And then for him to say, hey, yeah, I'll pitch in game 3 when it was 18 innings and ended up started warming up, or hey, I'll pitch game 6, I'll pitch game 7 on no days rest, ended up throwing almost 3 innings. Like, that's unheard of, man. That was just it was just unbelievable. I'm just so happy Yama got the credit, the MVP, all that stuff. And he's just the best, man. He's so fun. And I'm happy for him. It's amazing.
I remember when we signed him, the ceiling on him was so high. It's almost amazing that he was able to not only live up to it, but exceed it. That's the other thing. It's not like and he's a kid. I mean, how old is he now?
He might be 25 or 6, maybe.
Yeah.
So, 10 more years with the Dodgers. So it's gonna be really fun to see how that all plays out. And but they got a good one, man. It's awesome.
When in that bang bang play at the plate with Will,
yeah,
and Miggy's throw. I mean, dude, can you? I just, and then okay. Let me ask you this. Also, I have a bet with people. Do you think that ball in the outfield would have been caught had has not trucked
Kike
over?
Yeah, Kike says he would have caught it. Kike says he was right there. He was going to do the Willie Mays, over the head catch. But what Pai said was awesome. He just came in for a defensive replacement. Tommy's ankle, is a little banged up, so. Having Paul out there to run around, and then he truck sticked Kike to make that.
Just trucked it. I just bought online this great T-shirt. I don't know if you've seen them yet. It's the silhouette of them colliding in midair.
That's awesome.
It's super sick.
Oh, that's great. We have a T-shirt for everything. Everything that happens, there's a T-shirt in our clubhouse the next day. Like,
oh, there is. Oh, great.
Everything. Yeah, like when I said to Vasse, the hardly wear pants thing, there was T-shirts of that within 24 hours. It was just the T-shirt guys are on point. It's amazing.
Oh, that's great. I have, they are the Dodger T-shirt game is very, very,
it is
very on point. How's the new clubhouse, by the way, with the new facility?
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's. Our ownership group has been awesome. They're just the best. They've done so much for us, and obviously, they spent a bunch of money on players to get us the best talent we can. And but yeah, the weight room's amazing. Clubhouse is great. There's a little game room now, food, all the stuff, man. It's just they're definitely top of the line with all that stuff. So it's a great place to hang out.
It's funny, everybody. By the way, I thought Dave was fucking so great with let's ruin baseball. Let's go get another one. That was so good. Because, he's such a politician. He's like a mayor, right? Like nobody has a better bedside manner.
Yeah.
And so, you know what I mean? Which is a huge part of the job, particularly in LA.
Yeah.
And I love that. But I also love when he shows his edge.
Yeah.
I think that's super sick.
Yeah.
I was like,
did you notice that in the parade? Someone must have said like, hey, you can't say that anymore, because he was like, I guess I'm not supposed to say that. He said something like that in the parade. So yeah, for him to say that, and yeah, because I think that was the way the Yankees were when I was growing up. The Yankees were the best team in the World Series, winning all those. But I think that's good for baseball. Like, I really do. Like, having a team that you either love because that's your team, or you hate because they keep winning. Like, that's good for baseball. You don't want just you don't want to be indifferent. You're like, whatever. I think it's good to have that. That's what viewership is. And I think this postseason, obviously with our, Japan fan base, and then with being in Canada, it was like the highest watched postseason in a long time. So, I think it's all good for baseball, man.
Yeah, you can't argue with the numbers. And I always say, I said, you shouldn't be mad at the Dodgers for putting amazing players on the field. You should be mad at the owners, the other owners. I don't want to name names, but I'm going to right now. And he's a good dude. I know him. My kids went to school with his kids, but like David Rubenstein owns the Orioles. He's a multi-billionaire. They were right in a window, right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
And nobody did anything, and they're not in the window now.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying that for a long time. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand some of the ownership's arguments with this stuff, because there's so many. Not that there's so many. There's probably hundreds of multi-billionaires that would love to own a professional baseball team. I bet we could get a list of 100 guys right now that are, uber wealthy that would love to run a baseball team. And knowing that, yeah, year in, year out, it might not make the money that you would want it to make, but over time, it's just like a stock. It's going to continue to appreciate. And
Right.
it's just like anything else. Like when the Dodgers were bought by our ownership group, it was worth, 3 times, and now it's worth 3x of what it was, So I don't understand that either. I don't really get that part of it. The owners pinching pennies and different things like that. And I agree. I think it's kind of a wild thing for any owner to say, honestly.
Well, also just think about the fans is like I look at, again, I don't want to name names, but like there are teams out there and you go, well, okay, fuck it. The Pirates, are they going to,
Yeah.
like, what are they going to do with Skeens? What's Detroit going to do?
With Scooble, yeah.
With Scooble.
Yeah.
And we just step up and take them.
Yeah. Yeah, there was I forget who said it, but there was like everybody's mad at the Dodgers, but like the Red Sox could have re-signed Mookie.
Yep.
The Rays had Glass and Blake Snell. And then like the trades that we've accumulated, these guys, the Braves with Freddie, like,
yeah,
whatever the circumstances, like there were situations for those teams to hold on to those players. And I think that's good for baseball too. Like Paul Skeens is going to have a choice of where he wants to play. He's going to, and however much longer he is with Pittsburgh. But I hope the Pirates realize that their window with Paul Skeens is 4 more years or whatever it is, and Scooble, the Tigers have been good. They've been in the postseason. They've had a chance, but yeah, I think it's great for guys to stay in one spot. I mean, I think that's also really good for baseball. So I hope that works out.
I love people, and that's the other thing about your career. You stayed 18 years in the same place, and I mean, listen, man, we grew up with that legendary Dodger infield.
Yeah.
As a kid, I mean, I can still name. I can almost name the starting lineups, probably for almost every team from my childhood, because people stay.
Yeah, I can too. Just great for the game. It's just that's fun to have guys that you can root for year in, year out. It's fun.
I was glad they picked up Muntz. He's back. And,
yeah.
I mean, it's almost like it's a new season. It's a season of who's going where and what's happening. And you wake up every day and go, oh, how we doing? Who's bringing somebody where,
I know it's going to be an interesting offseason for the Dodgers because, I mean, they don't really have to do anything. They've got everything they need. Obviously Mikey, Conforto's a free agent. So Teo might go back to left, I would assume. And then maybe like have a right fielder. But other than that, I feel like they're pretty set.
How about Mookie going from Gold Glover in right field? And look, I felt like you could really literally, watching as much Dodger as I do, you could see the learning curve. You really could see it right in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
And like anybody learning anything, you realize how hard it is.
Yeah.
Because there were times where you're like, is this experiment going to work?
Right.
And now he's literally as good as any shortstop in the league. You'd think he'd played shortstop his whole life.
It was amazing. He worked so hard. I give Mookie so much credit, man. He just he continued to work. He spent hours upon hours every day, didn't take a day off. And those guys, Rob, they're just kind of, if they put their mind to it, they can kind of do anything. Like,
yep.
Like I'm not that guy. I can throw a baseball and like I can hang out and like raise my kids, but like there's really nothing else that I'm great at. And Mookie's learned how to play guitar. He can bowl. He can play ping pong. He can shoot a basketball, throw a football, catch all that stuff. And so he's just one of those guys where if he puts his mind to it, and he likes that, he likes to like have a challenge. He likes to be challenged. And so it's a great quality. And you saw it playing shortstop, man. It was amazing.
Since you've only been in one place your whole career, you don't really have any perspective, really, of how good a clubhouse you guys have, because you have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
Like you've never been in the San Diego clubhouse. And I always think it's funny when I think about the Dodgers, if I have one, and it's been disproven, obviously disproven, but there were times where I felt like we were missing, for lack of a better term, a dick in the clubhouse. Because when Kirk Gibson came to the Dodgers were nibbling around. And then in spring training, there was that famous incident where they put the shaving cream in Kirk's hat.
Yeah.
Remember that? And he's like, are we here to screw around or are we here to win a championship?
Right.
And everybody all of a sudden was like, oh, maybe there's something to that. But you guys have now done it with just camaraderie and love, and like there's never been like that kind of edge, and you've managed to make it happen.
Yeah, I think I felt that too. Like I felt like like we were the professional team, and all these other teams were just like going to do anything they could to beat us, and we were just very professional and go about our business the right way and kind of do all that. But I think I underestimated it. And I think it's been proven like how much we all wanted to win just in general. Like I think that supersedes pretty much everything, because a lot of times in different clubhouses, there's different motivations, right? And they're not bad. Like they're not bad. Like, hey, I'm here because I want to provide for my family, or hey, I'm here because I have a goal to stay in the big leagues, or hey, I'm here because I want to be an all-star or an MVP or Cy Young or whatever it is. Those are all not bad things in and of itself, but when it supersedes wanting to win over that, that's where you have a problem. And it's amazing how much Shohei wants to win every single day, and how much I think that's one of Freddie's best qualities. Is Freddie comes every day. Hey, we just need to win the game. Like winning today, and everything else will take care of itself. And so when it's like a uniform goal of like, hey, whatever anybody has to do to win this game today, that supersedes all like, oh, we got to have edge, or oh, we got to, all that stuff. Like I think that's what made that clubhouse tick. And you got to give Doc a lot of credit with that. Like Doc instilled that in us. Like, it doesn't matter what we did yesterday. We just need to win the game today. Because I mean, you remember September, we were playing so bad. We were playing so bad.
I have the text to Andrew Friedman to prove them. I think the worst thing he ever did was give me his cell phone number.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, it's true. And then Doc had a meeting in Baltimore with us after, Yama's no-hitter that we ended up losing, and just like, guys, we're still in first place. It does not matter how bad we've played. We just have to play tomorrow and win tomorrow. And like, that's relaxing. That's like, okay, he's right. Like, we can control tomorrow. And so we started doing that, started playing better. And, sure enough, we ended up winning the whole thing.
Do you find, well, it's clearly true that the regular season doesn't mean what it used to be because of the playoff format, obviously.
Yeah.
So it affects load management, it affects everything. I mean, and no one's done it better than you, right? Where they're like, and Shohei, where they like rolled him out so slow, like, you know what? We don't need Shohei pitching in August.
Yeah.
You know what? We don't need him pitching. It's like, keep our guys healthy for when we need it, and get out and do it. The game is, God, has it changed? As you head off into the sunset, what are the biggest changes in the game that you go, wow, this is different than when I came up for you?
Yeah, like I don't know how I feel about the postseason, because it's basically, if you're 500 throughout the regular season, you have a chance. You have a chance. And I understand that postseason is where MLB makes the most money, and so the more teams that are in is better. But it really does devalue the regular season, And you talk about load management and all those things. Like the Dodgers can take advantage of that because we have so much depth. Like we basically had Glass and Snell like ready for October, right? And that's where like I was healthy during those times, and Emmett Sheehan, and we had all these guys come in and help pitch, and not a lot of guys have that backup. Not a lot of teams have that. So definitely an advantage for us. I don't know if it's the best thing to devalue the regular season, but I do understand that the playoffs are more exciting and all that. So I think right now is probably the best situation for MLB. As far as like changes, I mean, you've seen it. Like the starting pitching, relieving, all that stuff has just changed so much. And everybody's just so good. It's just.
How about we've seen people do complete games though for the first time in years and years.
I think it's going back. Don't you feel?
Do you?
Like,
I do. I hope so.
I do too. I hope so too. As a fan of the game, like I love watching baseball. Like I've always loved baseball. I love the game. It's just so I just love it. So when you see the full slate of games, the first thing you do is, well, who's the starting pitchers? And if you see if you see Scooble versus Crochet, or Scooble versus Skeens, or Skeens versus, Christopher Sanchez, like, oh, I want to watch that. I want to see that matchup. And it's no disrespect to bullpen arms, because they're unbelievable. And that's why we're using them more, is because they're so good. But at the end of the day, like, having those starting pitcher matchups is what's so fun.
It also affects, like, as a guy who's going to Cooperstown in the first ballot, it affects people's numbers.
Yeah.
Like, complete games, innings thrown, all that stuff. It almost asterisks what people do, because they don't get the opportunities to pitch as deep into games as they used to be. I mean, your stats are insane. And then you look at people from the earlier era of, how many complete games they threw. It's like, what? Sandy Koufax it's insane.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll ever get back to that, but, hopefully having starters, 110, 120 pitches, 7, 8 innings, going every fifth day. Like, hopefully we get back to that. And then you'll have, more guys throwing 200 plus innings. And maybe you'll see the more wins, which I know wins don't matter, but, like, it still feels good to see a win by your name, and maybe you get another guy with 3,000 strikeouts if we kind of go back to that, So I hope so. As a fan, I love that stuff, and I hope it goes back to that.
Okay, so who's hit the farthest shots that you've seen? Shohei, I'd been saying Shohei's going to hit one out of Dodger Stadium. I didn't think it would be within a week of me saying it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Did it? So I don't know. You've obviously seen. You're there, so you can't really see it.
Yeah.
It did not hit the roof of the pavilion. It didn't hit it.
Went over, didn't it?
It went over. No, it went over.
I've never seen a lefty do that. Never seen a lefty do that over the pavilion.
I mean, I can remember Piazza.
Yeah, going to right. Or
Giancarlo Stanton, which bounced. But that's, and then people always talk about the Willie Stargell home run. They talk about that like it's this legendary, it hit the 76 sign. It's like nobody can really ever tell you where the hell he really did it.
Right.
But I think that Shohei thing it's just, how about the noise of the ball coming off his bat?
Yeah, it's different. I mean, we call him a unicorn for a reason. It's just, it's amazing. It really is. He does everything so well. He's so big. He's so strong. He's so powerful. He's so fast. He's just an amazing athlete. He really is. And I hope there's somebody else that can do that, pitching and hitting. But, in today's day and age, like, if you're not elite at both, you're not going to have a chance to do it. So I don't know. I don't know if we're ever going to see that again. I think Shohei might be the last to do both like this.
Well, because the way the leagues are set up, travel leagues and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now that there's pitchers are being raised in a world where they know they don't have to hit.
I know. Don't get me started on youth baseball. Oh my gosh! Don't get me started on youth baseball.
Okay. Clayton Kershaw, I'm making you the commissioner of youth baseball. What are your first 3 acts as the new commissioner of youth baseball?
Wow. Okay. I don't think kid pitch should start until you're 10. This coming from a dad that has an 8-year-old that is pitching right now.
Is it developmental, mental, or injury? What's the thinking behind it?
Developmental for sure. I think it gives kids time to figure it out. And I think it's also on the hitting side. The number one problem is kids being scared of the ball, being timid, when you're that age. And so if you get a machine pitch type thing that throws the ball harder, so they get used to hitting faster velocity, but they know it's coming down the middle, they kind of develop a sense of confidence. Like, okay, I can take a swing, I can time this up. So developmentally it gets better. And then from a parent perspective, you're not watching, 6 walks a game, 16 strikeouts. And then, like, when somebody puts a ball in play, it's like a standing ovation. It's like, it's like faster pace, and it's like, that's good. Get kids' attention span going. And so that would be the biggest one for me.
What kind of, I got kicked out. I'm the only parent in the history of my son's high school to get kicked out of a game.
What'd you do?
Well, they had apparently, I found out later, there had been a league-wide CIF rule that the coaches weren't supposed to get thrown out of games, or that they were supposed to. And I come from it was such bad home umpiring,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
egregious home umpiring,
Yeah.
that our coach, who's great, who I loved, should have gotten in that umpire's face and gotten himself thrown out of the game.
Yeah.
Should have. That's the job. So I was like, well, if he's not going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Got him.
And so I literally, from the stands, was doing what, whatever, pick your Earl Weaver.
Yes.
Would have been doing with an ump, and he tossed me. And I had to go to the parking lot and have be on a cell phone to the other dads.
Oh, man.
It's kind of legendary. I kind of like it.
Yeah, that's amazing. I can see though, now having watched Charlie, my son pitch a few times now, I can see how I want to bite my tongue, sometimes it just comes out, right? That's a strike, or just you want to say something. I can see it's a different feeling. You're nervous when you're pitching, but when your kid's doing it, that's a different. It's a different feeling. Different,
isn't it?
Yeah. It really is.
How do you feel? Give me the scouting report on Charlie.
Great. He's doing well. He really is. He loves the game. Right now, just fastball. He thinks he has a curveball, but I'm not sure if he actually knows what he's doing. But he says he shakes his glove to let the catcher know he's throwing a curveball, and it's kind of the same as his fastball. But he thinks he's pretty sweet. And then, he throws strikes for the most part, and he throws decently hard. He's a bigger kid, so he's doing great though. He's having fun, and it really is. It's a different animal to watch. It is a different thing altogether.
Okay, so my son Johnny, super smart kid, and like you, I feel like I've been blessed in what I do, but I also know that no one ever really knows behind the scenes how the ups and downs, the sacrifices, how we beat the odds, both of us, and then what you want for your kids is stability and happiness, and you don't want them to sweat and all of that. And so I was so excited because he went to Stanford as a biologist, and I was like, yes,
wow,
yes, he'll be a doctor.
That's amazing.
And then till he got out of Stanford, he was like, I want to be an actor. And I was like, oh my God. So is there a world where you're like Clayton Kershaw, Charlie Kershaw, attorney at large?
Yeah.
And you're like, yes,
yeah.
Yes. Or are you like, no, he's going to have the spikes on?
Oh man. Well, your son's doing great. He's gotten to work with him, and that's the coolest thing ever. So that is the coolest thing ever. So I do think, right or wrong, Charlie's going to have an interesting path in baseball, right? Because of who his dad is. And I'm nervous about that, but at the same time, if he wants to play baseball, I'm definitely not gonna force him to. But right now, he loves it. He really does, and he's having a blast. And I hope he sticks with it as long as he wants to. But yeah, I think if Charlie's pitching and he's in high school, high school is probably the worst type of heckling there is, because they know you so personally, and the rivalries, in Philly, it's just you suck, or you can't do, all that. But in high school, it's they're looking up your stats, your family, your kids, all this stuff. So I'm a little nervous about all that, but it could be awesome. Could be awesome too, just like you.
And you can't. And the other thing is, you realize you can't deny genetics.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, you really do see it in sports, because it literally is actual physical genetics a lot of the time. And I kind of had to think about that with Johnny. I was like, well, there's a lot of second generation athletes that are way better than their dads ever were. By the way, how about Vlad Guerrero Jr.?
Yeah, the Blue Jays had 3 of those guys. Had him, Bichette, and Varsho, all with MLB dads. But yeah, Vladdy's just special talent. That, some of the balls he was getting to and turning on and hitting.
I couldn't believe it.
Amazing.
And also his fielding.
Yeah, he was he might have been the best player this postseason. Other than Yama, like he was pretty amazing. The whole Blue Jay team in general, like they out hit us. They really did. Like Ernie Clement, like what was that? We couldn't get him out.
Couldn't get him out.
Couldn't get him out. And then Barger great at bats. Bichette was like on one knee hitting homer. Like they had it was a great offensive group.
If you were on the other side of the discussion and you've got Kike up at bat, 2 out, I think. Oh no, sorry, Miggy, not Kike. No, it was Miggy hit the home run, right?
Yeah.
It's Miggy. Sorry. I think he hadn't had a hit in a month. Not a home run, a hit.
Yeah, he hadn't played in a long time. He didn't play most of the postseason. Yeah.
Don't you just give him 97 and say good luck to you? Do you even attempt to throw to his bat speed with that pitch?
Yeah, so it's easy to be, Monday, what do they call it? Armchair quarterback?
Armchair. Yeah.
But
exactly.
Miggy, talking with him about it, he threw a fastball at one point and Miggy fouled it off. So Miggy was like, hey, that's my plan. Is like, I'm going to try to foul off the fastball and wait for the slider. Because if he knew that he could sit slider and still foul off the fastball, he said he was in a good spot. And obviously he was. But Hoffman, like slider's kind of his pitch. Like he throws a lot of spin, throws the split to lefties. And even though he throws 97, I don't know the percentages, but I think he probably throws more off speed than fastball. So he just went with his pitch and he just left it, he kind of hung it thankfully. And man, what a storybook way to swing of the bat right there. It's just amazing.
How about Joe Buck's call?
Joe Davis.
Yeah. Joe Davis's call. Jay Davis's call. Are you kidding? I mean, he's like, the guy hasn't had a hit in a month. Like it was like the most like authentic.
Joe's great. He's so good. Like that's some incredible shoes to fill, right? After Vin. I don't think anybody can, expect to do that well, but Joe's been great. He's been awesome.
The only problem is he's so good that we lose him for the postseason.
I know. Yeah, he's the Fox guy now. He does football. He does everything.
He's the best. He's he's so good, and it's a miracle that we have him.
Yeah.
It's an absolute miracle to follow Vin.
Yeah, it's great. I hope he has that kind of run. It's great.
Quick Vince. You must have great Vince Scully stories, but my favorite one was he's retired. He's sitting next to me. It's a World Series game. We're between innings, and a bunch of people were talking. It was the year that they expanded the netting.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody was like complaining about the netting and talking about the netting. And I go, well, I think that guy got killed here. And they're like, no. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure a fan got killed with a line drive. And then I'm like, I wonder if that's true. And then I thought, wait a minute. I'm sitting next to Vin Scully. And I go, Vin, Mr. Scully, did a fan ever get killed at Dodger Stadium by a line drive? And he paused for a minute. And Clayton, it was like somebody turned the radio on. He goes, it was in the second game of a doubleheader as a young fan from Anaheim sat behind first base. He took the ball in the head and was carried out to a standing ovation. He died on the way to Anaheim.
Yeah. I know.
What?
I know. My favorite Vin story is he would come down. He very rarely came down, but on Sundays, every once in a while, he would come in the morning and grab some coffee, and he would just sit there. And he was quiet, didn't say anything to anybody. But like if you went and sat with him, he would just talk the game and like just very normal. But like that's his voice. Like he doesn't do that for the radio. That's just always his voice the whole time. So. He'd talk about the players. He'd talk about the coffee machine being like a spaceship, and all this stuff. It just was. It was really cool to have him around for so long, and to have him on all the calls of like some of my most special games. Like that's unbelievable. So cool.
Yeah, it is. How about when you look and see Sandy Koufax sitting in the owner's box?
Yeah, he's the best. I mean, we have the best. Old guys, we really do. Like retired, we have the best. Sandy is such a great man. Like he's just it's never about back when I played, or, never about like, I did this. You guys can't even throw 7 innings. I threw 9 innings, all this stuff. Like, he just is like, he legitimately loves the game. He wants to help, and he likes talking baseball. And, as a left-handed pitcher for the Dodgers, like, you're instantly compared to Sandy at all fronts. And I just, so it could have been a lot harder for me, if Sandy wasn't who he was. And so I'm just, I'm forever grateful for that. I consider him a great friend, and he's turning 90 this year, and the sharpest attack. So it's just awesome.
He's 90. Is that?
Yeah. 90? On New Year's, he's turning 90. Yeah.
I'm so lucky that I get to sit with him so often and talk with him. I had no idea.
Isn't that amazing?
How about how fit he is?
I know. Yeah. He's amazing.
I want some of what he's having.
Me too.
Now that you are done and you're thinking about all of the things that you maybe couldn't do because of the sketch. First of all, how insane is it going to be for you to wake up and go, wait a minute, I don't have to go to spring training?
I'm so excited.
It's going to be nuts.
I'm so excited. To be fair, I haven't done spring training in a while. I've missed the last 3. But I think it's going to be, it's so great when December rolls around and like, man, I need to pick up a baseball and like see if my arm still works. I was like, oh wait, no, I really don't. I don't have to do that anymore. Like, that's, I think just the freedom of that is really exciting. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to miss it like crazy. Like, it's going to be, I think the hardest thing's probably going to be like opening day and like turning on the game and just like not being there. Like, I haven't missed an opening day in 18 years. So it's
I don't think you'll miss this one because you got to come and get your ring.
Second day, I'll be there for the second day. Ring day is second day. So
okay,
Lon's not stupid. We're gonna have a sellout for opening day. So ring day, second day. Lon knows what he's doing.
He's unbelievable. I didn't get to go to the parade I was shooting, and my sons all went, and they were telling me it was packed. I go, it was packed just for that. And I go, well, it must have been free. And they go, no, they charged. And I said, Lon Rosen, unbelievable.
He is, man. He is. But you got to give him credit. Like, the Dodgers blow everybody away in like marketing revenue, advertising. I mean, the whole Japan sponsorships is just incredible. So Lon's good at what he does. He is.
We go way back.
Yeah.
We go way back to the. And how about, and you sit there like you got Magic, you have Peter Goober. I mean, people don't really realize the people. I mean, obviously Mark Walter, and Todd Bowley are the guys, but the other people in the ownership group, the amount of knowledge and success. My favorite thing, and I'm going to have Peter on the podcast, Peter Goober. When he bought the Golden State Warriors, I think he bought it for like $480 million, and it's worth $8 billion.
That's the thing about teams. They just like, if you can, it's just amazing. And Peter's incredible. And he just like,
isn't he?
You want to talk about like a Swiss Army knife of talents. Like, that guy has done everything.
And his quotes, I was working on some big deal and I was talking to him about it. And he goes, listen, if you're going to share any of this, only share it with an odd number of people, preferably below 3. It's just stuff.
So
it's just one. It's one thing.
Yeah.
One thing after another. I was like talking about going out and gathering information because remember, don't be a fisherman, be a catcherman.
I don't know how people have these quotes like on roll. Like, how people just have like those great quotes for every little thing. That's another like just life skill, just to have all that up there. I don't have that.
It's super fun.
Yeah.
Quotable people are my favorite.
Yes, that's so good. So good.
Are you? So you're back in Texas?
Yeah, we're back in Dallas. Back in kids starting school again, and right back.
Your neighborhood does Halloween unlike any other neighborhood in the planet. I feel like
they do a great job. But we were at we're game 6 for Halloween, so we missed it this year. But
oh, that's right.
The kiddos flew on the plane and like they like went to each other's seats and like everybody had candy and so that's nothing about the Dodgers. They just like they treat families really well. They do a good job with that. And I mean, it's not easy, all that travel for the postseason. So they make it as seamless as possible, though. It's pretty great.
You know, that last game in Toronto, if I hadn't have been shooting, I would have been there. And I'm actually glad that I wasn't, because that game was so bang, insane. You don't even know what's happened.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you were warming, you were still tossing and didn't know the game was over.
Didn't know. Isn't that great? Like, I was, I thought it was double play and the run scored, nobody out. Now there's 2 outs and I'm in the game, and
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought watching it.
And then Bardo, our bullpen coach, he just starts jumping up and down. I'm like, yeah, it was a great play, but the game's tied, guy. Like, relax. And he's like, we just won the World Series. And I just kind of paused for a minute and just started jumping with him. And oh, man, that was amazing. Like, just to be firing down there and have all the adrenaline ready to go in the game, and then just have it turn into like complete joy and chaos. It was just, it was amazing.
Well, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
You just, I mean, boy, the big man upstairs loves you. That is very, very clear.
I'm very grateful. It's been an amazing ride, and it's been fun, man. It's been fun to just be a part of. Now I get to be like you, be a fan, just keep watching the games. I think I'm going to keep watching. I mean, what else am I going to do? You know?
No, and you got to carve out some time to make sure you get to LA and get in the box, and I'll get you into the traditions that I have at the stadium, which really is just a Coke float at the 7th inning stretch. You got to have.
I love it. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm gonna be a fan and come watch the game with you.
Sit next to Sandy.
Yeah.
Sit next to you. It'll be. Can you imagine when that cutaway?
Oh, that'll be fun.
Like that cutaway, they go and you sitting next to Sandy, and every other team in the world is going to be, God damn it, those guys! Give me a break. It never ends.
Oh man, that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be awesome.
All right. Well, give Ellen a hug for me, and thanks for coming on, man. And we're going to get him next year, and it's going to be so sick. I look forward to whatever your next, even if it's just hanging with the kids. You deserve it.
Thanks, man. This was fun. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right, brother. Talk soon.
We'll see you, Rob.
Thanks.